When you're young, 67 sounds old. When I was 20 years old, I figured that by the time I reached this age, I'd have all the answers. I'd have life completely figured out. Turns out that's not how it works. What surprises me most is that inside, I still feel like the same person I've always been. The face in the mirror changed, the hair turned gray. My back reminds me every morning that I'm not 30 anymore. But inside, I still feel like me. The years seem to go by faster now. When I was a kid, summer felt like it lasted forever. School would let out in June, and it felt like a lifetime before September arrived. Now it seems like Christmas was just a few weeks ago, and before I know it, another year is gone. I don't know exactly why time speeds up as we age, but it certainly feels that way. One thing getting older has taught me is that life is simpler than we make it. Most of us spend our younger years chasing something: a bigger paycheck, a better house, a newer vehicle, a promotion, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things. But eventually, you realize that the moments you treasure aren't usually connected to the things you bought. They're connected to people: family dinners, long conversations, road trips, sitting around a campfire, laughing until your stomach hurts, watching a sunset with someone you love. Those are the things that stay with you. As I've gotten older, I've become more grateful for ordinary days: a good cup of coffee in the morning, a phone call from a friend, a walk on a cool evening, a day when nothing hurts too much. Those things matter more than they used to. And I've learned that happiness often shows up disguised as an ordinary day. Getting older isn't all easy, though. You begin noticing changes. You forget why you walked into a room. You stand up and wonder what joint is going to complain first. You start making noises when you get out of a chair. Nobody warns you about that. And then there are the harder parts. You watch your parents age. You watch friends deal with health problems. You lose people you thought would always be there. That's probably the toughest lesson life teaches. The older we get, the more we realize that our time together is precious. Maybe that's why I try a little harder these days to appreciate the people around me, because none of us knows how many summers we have left, how many Christmas mornings, how many opportunities to say, I love you. That realization can sound sad, but for me, it has done the opposite. It's made me appreciate life more. It makes a sunrise feel more meaningful. It makes a conversation matter more. It makes me less interested in worrying about things I can't control. At this stage of life, I've discovered that peace is worth more than being right. Kindness is worth more than winning an argument, and time is worth more than money. If I could give younger people one piece of advice, it would be this: don't wait for someday. Someday comes faster than you think. Take the trip, visit your parents, call your friends, spend time with your family, watch the sunset, take the long walk, because one day you'll look back and realize those weren't interruptions to life. They were life. Pauses and looks out toward the horizon. I've had good years and difficult years. I've made mistakes. I've worried about things that never happened. I've had successes and failures like everyone else. But sitting here today, I can honestly say that life has been a gift. Not because it was perfect, because it wasn't, but because it was mine. And if tomorrow morning I wake up and get another sunrise, I'll be grateful for that too. Smiles gently. At the end of the day, that's enough for me.